Hello. All right, so we are back with a review today, and by we, I say that because, I don't know, I'm crazy and I maybe have multiple personalities or something, but I say we a lot because I feel like we're friends, we're family, we're together in this whole process here. So anyway, I am doing a review today of some BB creams that I picked up. I have 3, and it's just kind of a review, comparison, my thoughts on them type of deal. So yeah, I posted some pictures on Instagram of when I first picked up 2 of these BB creams, and some people had expressed interest in me doing a review video type thing on them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you today. Having some hair issues, so pardon me if I keep fussing with it because it's getting in my eyeball and I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, the 2 that I had picked up from, these are 2 drugstore and 1 more high-end BB cream. Now these are American BB creams, not, you know, the Asian ones that everyone is saying are amazing and the true BB creams. I don't have any of those. They might be great. I have no idea. So these are the 2 that I picked up from the drugstore about a month ago, maybe, if that, couple weeks. This is the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream and the Garnier Skin Renew BB cream, as I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with the Garnier. This has been out for a while. I think Maybelline just came out with this one. I just recently saw it. L'Oreal, I believe, came out with one also. Did not try that one. I didn't see it until after I bought these 2, and one of my friends told me that the L'Oreal broke her out really bad, so I was really hesitant to spend any more money than I already had. I was already kind of kicking myself for buying these because my skin is really sensitive, and I'll just go ahead and start by explaining what kind of skin I have, because maybe that will help. Most reviews I see are on people who have really oily skin, and I really hadn't found too many on people with really dry, problematic skin, which is what I have. I'm a little bit oily through the T-zone, not too much. I have to blot a little bit during the day depending on what makeup I'm wearing, but I'm extremely dry and flaky throughout my cheek area, you know, the sides of my face and things like that. I have to apply a lot of moisturizer because my skin is like, it will like flake and it looks real scaly. It's really weird. But yeah, basically I just have extremely dry skin. So I want to go ahead and explain my thoughts, I guess, on these. Oh, sorry, the third one that I have is the Estee Lauder Day Wear BB cream. This one is in the color medium. The reason it's in the darker color is because I actually originally got that from my mom, and she had used it for a little while. It looked amazing on her. Of all the BB creams, I think that one looks the best. Her skin looked radiant. It didn't give a lot of coverage, but it was nice. It really evened out her skin tone, it looked like. But she gave it to me because it broke her out so bad. Now she's, you know, obviously a little older. She's around 50 and, you know, not someone young like me who's prone to acne and breakouts and stuff like that on a day-to-day basis, but when she used that, it made her face just go insane, and she just broke out everywhere. So I was really upset about that. That was like, I think it was like $48 or something, maybe 38, I think 38 maybe, but it was a lot of money for a BB cream, and like I said, it looked really nice, but it broke her out. So I was like, well, maybe it's just your skin. So I tried it, and I used it one time. My face is still recovering. Still. This was 2 weeks ago that I used it. I kind of mixed a little bit of it with I think I have my Makeup Forever foundation, that or my Estee Lauder. I forget which one I mixed it with. And it looked beautiful. It looked so amazing. It was just really, it felt nice. But I broke out. I had big breakouts on my chin, my top of my lip, my head. Not, you know, as bad as I would usually get without using my acne.org stuff. So I was still using it, but just the BB cream itself made me break out really bad, and I'm still trying to get my skin back on track to where it was before I started using that, because I hadn't had any problems in forever until I used that, and my skin just went nuts. So if you're not someone who's prone to breakouts or have sensitive skin, the Estee Lauder Day Wear it looks beautiful. It's great. It's a great BB cream. It's so far been the best looking one that I've found. but it is very expensive, more expensive than I think a BB cream should be. I just think that's ridiculous for a tinted moisturizer pretty much. The price is insane. So definitely try it out. If you can get a sample, I would do that because it broke me out, it broke my mom out. I can't use it. I don't know what to do with it. I might see maybe one of my friends wants it or something. I don't know. It's SPF 35, so it's a really high SPF. It's the highest one of these three. The Maybelline is 30, the Garnier is 15. So the Estee Lauder has the highest amount of SPF. I don't know if that's part of the problem because that can clog pores, I think. But yeah, that's one I would probably stay away from unless you know you're not going to break out. You're just not someone who really gets breakouts. But yeah, try that first. I'm kind of not doing an organized review here, so I apologize if this is making no sense to you at all. That's the first one I wanted to talk to you about. The expensive one, I would not do that. Would not get that one. Second one is the Maybelline. I was really excited about this one just because, I don't know, I like Maybelline stuff. I like their foundations and I like their products, you know, their mascaras and things like that. They're a good company. I really like them, so I was really optimistic about this BB cream, and it says that it's an 8-in-1 beauty balm skin perfector, whatever. Like I said, the SPF 30 is a little high for me. I thought that was a little excessive. And it says the 8 benefits that it supposedly has. Okay, it says that it blurs imperfections, it enhances, brightens, adjusts to skin tone, smooths, hydrates, SPF 30 protects. There are no oils or other heavy ingredients. So I guess they threw in that 8th one just to even it out. I don't know. I didn't feel like that was necessary. Was the Estee Lauder scented? I forgot to tell you. Hold on a minute. I don't know if this smells or not. This is the consistency of the Estee Lauder. Okay, I just put a little bit on my hand. So it's kind of thick, like a foundation. It has a really pleasant smell. A little cucumber? Maybe cucumber-ish. So it's a nice consistency, as you can see. Beautiful color. It's much thicker than the other BB creams, so this is almost like a foundation, if you can see how thick that is. It's really nice. We're gonna go back to the Maybelline, okay? My thoughts on this one, don't like it, don't care for it. It's very, very runny, and I'll show, oh my gosh, here we go. I opened it, and it's just like running out of the top of it. It's a mess. Okay, so there's that running down my hand. Very watery, just very thin, and you know, when you put it on, it doesn't look so bad, but it's much thinner than the what's it called? The Estee Lauder. It's just very watery, and when you apply it all over your face, it kind of just disappears. It kind of just goes nowhere, and it just makes you look a little dewy, but I didn't notice a lot of coverage with it. And like I said, I really didn't buy this for coverage, but it didn't give me much at all. Like, it really didn't do much of anything for my face. And again, I find that the SPF 30 is a bit excessive for me. My normal foundations have, like my Double Wear Light has SPF 10. My regular Double Wear also has SPF 10. My Makeup Forever doesn't have any SPF in it at all, but I don't usually have anything more than 10. So 30, 35 is huge. That's too much, I think. You know, and again, you gotta watch with the SPF, your photography. You're gonna get that white cast. Usually the light's gonna bounce off the zinc oxide or whatever. That's what it is, right? Titanium dioxide. Right? Right? Titanium dioxide. Yeah, I lied. I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the light bounces off of that, and it gives you a really horrible white cast. And I've seen it because my Estee Lauder regular foundation does it, so I can't even imagine how horrible this would look in photography. Some people were saying that it was like running off of their face and streaking and like looking terrible and getting really oily. Again, I am a girl who has really dry, just like desert skin, so this did not happen to me. So if you're someone with dry skin who does not need any coverage, maybe, just maybe. BB creams work, I find, on someone who has really dry skin. I don't really know why people with oily skin are using these. Maybe they're hoping it'll balance them out. I don't know. But basically what these do is it's like a tinted moisturizer, but they're kind of heavy and they will make you oily. If you already have oily skin, this is not what you want to get. I would say save your money. I'm not repurchasing this. This is terrible. The Maybelline didn't come with a box, the Garnier did, and this is what the Garnier's box looks like. By the way, the Maybelline had no scent. There was no scent at all, so that was nice if you're someone with sensitive skin. This is the Garnier. This is the tube that this comes in, so you can see you get 2.5 fluid ounce in this, whereas you get 1 ounce in the other two that I was showing you. And this is only SPF 15, so that's not bad. I don't like a ton of SPF. I don't find that I need it. And I'll show you what the product looks like here. It's a little messy, but it's a little bit thicker, kind of in the middle between the Estee Lauder and the Maybelline, I would say, as far as consistency goes. Ugh, I'm making a mess with my hand. This is the Garnier right here. So as you can see, it's pretty thin, but it's a little bit thicker than the Maybelline. This is the Maybelline here. It just looks like, see what I'm saying? It's not very thick at all. It's very thin, very watery. This is the Garnier. Now the Garnier has a very strong smell, which probably would bother some people. I like it, but I can see how it would irritate your skin if you're sensitive to smells. It's a pleasant smell. It smells like green tea to me. I like the smell. I think it's a very pleasant smell, but that can definitely be something that people would get irritated with. I like the fact that it has less SPF in it. That's nice. This pretty much claims to do the same thing without, you know, saying that it has 8 results. This says 5. This says that it renews, hydrates, evens, protects, and brighten your skin. So pretty much the same thing. Maybelline, I think, just tried to make theirs sound better by throwing in some random crap that didn't make any sense. I think it all pretty much does the same thing. This, I'm not, you know, this is supposed to be like a miracle skin perfector, and it's supposed to even out your skin and make it look perfect and beautiful, and I don't know. I pretty much am not impressed with any of these BB creams that I have tried. But I did find after using them, I had a couple little bumps here and there. Don't know if it was because of the BB creams or not. I would say probably, but I don't know that for certain, so I hate to say that it did. And I'm talking about the drugstore ones, not the Estee Lauder. That thing ruined my face. But I'm wearing this today, by the way. What I'm wearing today is a mixture of the Estee Lauder and the Maybelline. I kind of just mixed them together and applied them with my fingers. So, you know, you get decent coverage. It doesn't cover everything. I pretty much put all that on and went back over it with a cream concealer. I powdered, you know, I did my contouring and everything. So you can get away with it as a light coverage. I definitely would apply powder to set it, because otherwise you're going to turn into a greasy mess, and you don't want that. If you have a light coverage foundation, you probably don't even need these, because you already obviously don't need a lot of coverage or help anyway. I would say, rather than wasting your money on BB creams, I would get either a light coverage foundation, and I would invest in a good foundation. Don't, if you can't, you know, drugstore. I have a video on drugstore products that I like. There's foundation in there. Check that out. I'll link it below if I remember. But either get a nice drugstore light coverage foundation just to kind of even out your skin tone, but not, you know, cake your face up. Or if you already have a medium to full coverage foundation, you already own one, which I do. I have the Makeup Forever Estee Lauder foundations. What I would do is what I normally do, and what I'm going to continue to do because this is what works for me, is I wet my foundation brush. I have a kabuki brush from Sigma that I love to apply my foundation with. I will wet that thoroughly, blot that with a towel so it's slightly damp. I will then use half, maybe less, you know, of the amount of foundation I would normally apply for full coverage. I just use like half of that amount, you know, maybe not even dime size, just a really small amount. dot it all over your face, take the wet brush, kind of buff that into your face. That's going to thin out the foundation and give you like a light coverage, kind of blur, you know, your skin imperfections, whatever, but not be cakey. And it's just a nice thing for summer. But if you prefer a sponge, you could do a wet sponge. That will thin out the foundation. Or third thing you could do, which I do a lot, is mix your foundation. What I'll do is I'll wash my face, you know, put on my acne stuff or whatever, and then take my moisturizer, put a little bit on my face so it's not too, you know, moisturized or whatever, but I'll put a little bit on, then I'll take a little bit more and mix my foundation with the moisturizer and kind of go all over my face with that. So I'm pretty much just making my own BB cream. You know what I mean? And these, I know these claim to renew your skin or to make it like look better in time or something. I don't know. I don't find that it does that for me. I've only used them a few times, so maybe I'm jumping the gun on that. I don't know. But those are my options. I know that was kind of long and convoluted, but if you're someone who's thinking about trying these BB creams, but maybe you have the skin that I have, you have really dry skin, or even if you're someone with oily skin, I would just say skip it. If you got oily skin, skip it altogether. But for me, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use up the product I have because I paid money for it and I don't like wasting money. Some people love them, you know, awesome. I'm glad that they are working for you. I wish that they did that for me, but they're just okay. And they're too overpriced and too over, you know, talked about for okay. And if I could give you any advice, I would say to save your money, invest it in a nice foundation that you can use as a full coverage if you need it on nights that you're going somewhere important or days where you're going to see people that you really want to make sure you look your absolute best, and then on days that you kind of are like, man, I don't really care what I look like, you can just not wear anything, or you could, you know, thin it out and kind of give yourself your own tinted moisturizer with the products you already have, instead of wasting money on new things that might break you out or might make you look oily. Or I regret buying them, but at the same time, I probably would have just done it anyway. I'm glad that I was able to review it for you guys. I hope that this helps. I will see you guys in my next video.